Hey there, good morning. Another day begins and it's time for my love-hate relationship with coffee. Years ago, I could drink coffee at any hour, morning, noon, or even late into the evening without a second thought. But there was a turning point for me. I began experiencing palpitations, so I switched things up and went for matcha instead. It felt like a safer bet. It's smooth energy without the jitters. Fast forward this year, though I found myself curious about coffee again. I started with cautious sips, then worked my way up to a half cup. And guess what? So far, so good. No palpitations, and I'm crossing my fingers that they stay away for good. Now I'm curious about y'all. How's your relationship with coffee? Have you experienced those pesky palpitations after drinking it? In the afternoon, I finally got around to opening the box that had just arrived from my online order. Living in an area where the water is notoriously hard has its challenges. The mineral deposits leave unsightly stains on everything from my dishes to my faucets. It is frustrating to spend time scrubbing away at these stubborn marks, only to have them return after a few uses. So I decided to purchase a water filter not for drinking, but just to remove some contaminants. The box contained a filter, an element, various adapters, a manual, and a sandpaper. The installation was straightforward, so I was able to do it on my own. Let's talk about something that I think we can all relate to. Deciding what to cook every day, like 3 times a day. Honestly, it can be such a challenge. I'm super thankful that I have ingredients to choose from, and it makes the whole process a bit easier. Now, for today's dinner, I've decided to use this bok choy and some carrots. It has been in my refrigerator for a while. By the way, is it just me, or do you also find yourself buying produce and telling yourself, I'll definitely use these, and then completely forgetting about them, and you will only notice them when they are on the verge of going bad? Moving on, let's not forget about protein. I've been simmering some beef and mushroom on the stove. So here it is, dinner is served. So after dinner, when the dishes are all done and the kitchen is finally quiet, I like to take a moment for myself. So you know how it is sometimes, you just need to unwind a bit before diving into work. It's like a mini break for the brain before tackling any tasks. And afterwards, I prepare my to-do list. So whenever I have some errands or things to do in that week, I usually write it down so I won't be forgetting anything. My professor back in university always emphasized this point during our classes, that no matter how sharp your memory is, we are all human and prone to forget things now and then. So writing everything down is key. And from that moment on, I've always implemented it to myself. The following afternoon, I realized it was time for my bi-weekly grocery shopping trip. I usually visit a particular grocery store that is a little farther away from my usual shop for their selection of meats. Those who appreciate good meat will definitely relate to this choice. Later on, as I walked through the aisles, I couldn't help but notice these giant teddy bears. So after filling my cart with all the essentials, checking out and packing all my stuff in the car, it was time to head home. So after coming back home, I prepared this watermelon I got earlier to be frozen. Living in a tropical country really makes you crave for cool drinks all the time. I mean, who doesn't want to chill out with something fresh when it's hot outside, right? But in my case, here's the thing. Whenever I get that craving for something cool, I always seem to forget one crucial step, like preparing ice. And if by chance I do have ice in hand, there's no fresh fruit for a shake. It was like a never-ending cycle of disappointment. So after a few too many failed attempts of making my favorite drinks, I started freezing fruits. It's honestly such a game changer because whenever I feel like I want to have a watermelon shake or any shake for that matter, all I need are those frozen chunks of these fruits and some water. And voila, you got yourself a super refreshing fruit shake. So next time you find yourself craving for something cool and refreshing, remember this little trick to freeze fruits ahead of time. It will save you from those frustrating moments of being unprepared. A few days later, it was time to go to Metro Manila again since I have some things that need to be done. And after tackling my errands, I stopped by at this hotel for some afternoon snack. Nothing beats the feeling of sitting down with a delicious bite after running around all day. The ambience was nice and relaxing, just what I needed to recharge before heading back out. Look at these sweets! So after a snack break, I wandered into a shop nearby and saw this fluffy cat lounging in the park. Eventually, it was time for me to head home. My trip had been quick but surprisingly enjoyable. The next day after my Metro Manila trip, I decided to check out this tea I picked up. This is actually the first time I've tried something from this brand. And yeah, sip by sip, not gulp by gulp. So what I'm having is a white tea. It has light flavor, making it a very good choice for those who prefer milder teas over stronger ones. And after the tea time, I also checked my other teas that I've purchased. I actually got different varieties and I'm already looking forward to my afternoon tea ritual. Anyways, that's how my week was. Mix of trying new things and enjoying little moments like this. And hope yours was good as well. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.